Well then, are you enjoying this next tale? Seems you're still interested. A bit of politics, and learning about how the Shackles works. As much as you might not get involved ever, it's not a bad idea to know how things get done. How the higher-ups, the lords of this place, make their decisions. Drunk, satiated, and oftentimes selfishly. But still, decisions are made in the Shackles. Either it gets better or worse. But as for our team, Captain Yaalkol and the Dragon's Promise, well, they found a new problem. This part of the tale is an interesting one. Harrigan, an old enemy, rousing his dark head and making plans. Well, will our pirates manage to deal with the fleet he's assembling? Manage to deal with Harrigan once and for all? That's hard to say. But if you sit down, grab a drink, and enjoy me tale, perhaps you'll learn their fate. But for now, our tale takes us to Hell's Harbor. Greetings, everyone, and welcome. It's time for Buccaneers of the Shackled Sea. If you missed last week, it was the season opener. As I said, there was politics involved. Politics of the Shackles. And you did a democracy as best as you could do. I mean, it's sort of like you've gained power and recognition from your other pirates, and like, you know, they're like, I guess you could be a lord. Yeah. But it does seem as though there are plenty of people on the council that look out for the good of the Shackles. There are plenty that don't. And there's a bunch of people that just don't show up very often, unless it involves them. So, but after the meeting, you learned that Barnabas Harrigan is planning something for you. He's planning a attack. He is amassing a fleet to lead against you. Yes. I mean, I thought he just didn't take the college course, Advanced Plotting 101. Anyway. I just imagined Pharasma being like, why the fuck are you here? I mean, like, Pharasma is the true neutral deity of death. She is death bureaucracy incarnate. Yes. You have to take a ticket and get in line. I'm not dead! Then how did you get here, sir? Well, someone somehow changed my home plane to here and banished me here. Oh, I forgot to unmute you guys. I'm sorry.
There wasn't anything important.
There really wasn't, except hitting a man in the balls, turning to banishing him to bureaucracy.
Anyway, we are on our way to Hell Harbor.
Yeah, we're going to Hell Harbor to help out Aeronox with some things.
Yes.
Aeronox, to discover people who are spreading the scent.
Myste wanted to.
He has let you know that there is a group of performers that are exiles from Cheliax, known as the Theater of Corruption. Now, you can feel there's a little bit of paranoia in him, so he's worried that they perhaps could be spies, but he also is aware that his time in Cheliax and his time even here at Hell Harbor have certainly earned him enemies. So they could just be out him because they're enemies. There is that tinge that he kind of hinted at that maybe they're spies, maybe they're not, I don't know, but you can tell that probably the destabilizing effects at Hell Harbor are having an effect on him. That was not easily hidden by him. He's having a lot of stress lately.
He's a stressed boy.
Yeah. He doesn't like the idea of some people, organizing knives in the back. Usual thing. So, he informed you in the old waterfront there is a tavern that's been converted to a theater. And it's known as the Theater of Corruption. He informed you that it's probably best to visit during late evening, early morning, because by early afternoon through most of the day, they have performances, and he doesn't want the populace harmed, because they're his people. Honestly, he'd rather just minimize collateral damage. It's the thing. It's like, locals not harmed. They're under his protectorate.
Fights in the middle of town don't look good.
Yeah.
So what? Oh, yeah, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. You had a question.
I was gonna say what. We haven't even arrived at Hell Harbor, so never mind.
You have
We're
not.
still going.
Go ahead.
So,
we're heading out.
The journey to Hell Harbor is not a difficult one. You've been there before, and of course you've been along these routes before. You'll arrive at Hell Harbor, in fact, in the middle of the day. It is probably slightly early into the afternoon, and certainly you were given some probably honestly a writ of passage that more signifies less that you're working for Aeronox and more that you paid ahead of time with someone else connected to Hell Harbor that you can show the dockmaster. Yeah. So it's something that it's not like, hey, we're directly working for Aeronox. It's more like hey, we were in contact with people previously. We've already paid for having passage here. Hi. Just let us park our boat.
Prepaid.
Yeah.
Yep. Free parking.
Yeah.
Free parking.
Free parking. So you've arrived at Hell Harbor. Now, you do know where the Theater of Corruption is. It's, you are technically on the waterfront, having parked your boat here, and it's a different area of the waterfront. Hell Harbor is a pretty decent-sized city. It's certainly nowhere near the size of something like Port Peril, but still I think a medium city, nonetheless. So it has a pretty decent dock area that you can have access to.
Neat.
What's your plan? You, of course, can wait till the evening, or you could start an investigation now, depending on what route you wanted to take.
Right. So
that was actually going to be my question.
I would think maybe we should hear what they're actually saying in their act.
I think we should try and hear some of these rumors.
Mm-hmm.
And, right, we should send someone to scout and case the outside of the building for entrances.
Okay.
I do have to just ask a question. Why do we want to hear him out? I mean...
Well, we don't want to hear them out. We just want to hear what the rumors are.
Okay.
We're trying to figure out if they're actually causing the problems or not, you know?
I figured we would just, get them out anyways.
Well,
No.
we want to try to be as discreet as possible.
Yaalkol, remember we promised to not just go in there killing everything?
Oh, I wasn't saying go in there and kill them. Like, I don't know, I just break something.
No, listen. I know you are like a big hammer, right? But we don't need a hammer for this. We need a tiny little dagger. This needs to be done precise and well.
I don't like daggers. Can't put two hands on them. Not very good.
Well, you can, but
yeah, it hurts.
You need a giant-sized dagger. You can use two hands.
Revia has one of those.
I pull out the oversized dagger.
It's just a sword.
It's
I
just
know
not.
it's a dagger.
It's a
it
short
isn't
sword.
I know it isn't just a sword. It's objectively.
It would
fun.
actually
It is
be
just
better
a short
if it-
sword.
I mean, it is weirdly balanced, so it's like it's kind of hard to use as your size because it's balanced to be an actual
You get
dagger.
If it was a short
Throw
sword,
it.
I wouldn't get -2 to hit with it.
But it basically is the size of a short sword. It's hilarious.
It's genuinely hilarious.
It's
Very
terrible.
large dagger.
Balanced for throwing,
It's
but
horrible.
not for you.
I have it just in case I need.
It's a
need it, I
novelty
guess.
piece at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
Yaalkol will say, okay, all
Um,
right.
For scouting
You have
wise,
to listen to them. I hate.
I know you don't do so well with the listening, but look, this is my expertise. I've done this for a long time.
And aren't they players? Are they gonna do like a play or something? It's always, I can never figure out who the bad guy is.
The one with the mustache.
That's a good idea.
wait,
At
does that
least
mean you're the bad guy, Chester?
Chester have a mustache?
Yaalkol
ruined
there,
the whole
his eyes
story.
slightly at
You're
you.
not in
have
a
a mustache?
play.
No, Chester just feels like the only one in the group that could grow a mustache.
Oh no,
Chester
he
would
does
have a
have a
mustache.
he
Okay.
does have
Yeah.
a handlebar
Yeah,
mustache.
he described me with the mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yaalkol like narrows
I,
out at you a little.
I feel like
A
Jacob
black
might have.
mustache.
I feel
Okay,
like
Pete,
Jacob
my
might have
character
wispy mustache.
picture. I got a mustache and a nice little chin strap.
Yeah,
Is it
Jacob strikes me as
pathetic,
a goatee man.
Does that mean I can't be evil? Because I can't grow a mustache?
No,
You can't
That's
be
pretty
evil
cool.
in the traditional sense, y'all.
you've done certainly quite a few things that a lot of people
Yeah, I
would
knocked
view
it
as
out.
evil.
That was really funny though.
That was pretty cool.
Hey, we knocked their house over, but we didn't kill them. We got them to surrender.
That's just dickish.
That's just
No,
really,
no, no, no,
really
no.
rude.
We were, hey, it's what we normally do, okay? We, raid
Yes, I
places
know,
for
you're
loot.
assholes. I get it.
Hey, you partake in the raiding too, okay? You
Hey.
get the money, okay? So
See-
I don't want to hear it.
Revia, your issue is that you're trying to defend yourself. Just live with it.
No, it's fucked
much
up. But
better.
it's better
It's
than
much
killing
better.
them. At
I
least they're
It's all
alive.
the same. We're all gonna die eventually.
Yeah, cool. You already died once. And
Yeah. Pretty
But think
pretty
about it.
messed up if you think about it.
You
right?
are pretty fucked up from it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Covered in
we
coral.
gotta figure out more about the compass. Anyway,
Yeah.
Okay.
in terms of
Anyways.
scouting, I have a hat of disguise and slippers of spider climb. I can get to
Alright.
places
Cool.
and
Can
not look super
you...
suspicious.
Here, take this, and I give you the far glass as well. So if you need to look into any windows,
Yes,
you can see the
I
rooms
get you.
better.
and once a day clairvoyance or audio.
Yeah.
So I will tell you, the theater itself is mostly on docks. Let me.
I really love the visual of this town, just like all the waterfront shit.
Yeah. Give me a
I'm a
second.
sucker. I'm a sucker for boardwalks.
I can kind of.
Favorite Monopoly square.
I don't even buy the rest of them. I just go around the board until I can hit boardwalk again. Momo, you owe me so much money. Just mortgage it. Never.
Does that work? I'm gonna assume that's
Even though it's the square that's most unlikely to be
It's
landed
the worst
on.
square in the game.
Is that not the first brown?
No.
Those,
Boardwalk is the dark blue right before go.
Yeah.
yeah, but
But
anything
dark
close to
brown
go
right
is pretty
after
bad.
go.
Yeah.
Those are actually normally good if you can get hotels on them.
Yeah.
If you
Because
get them
those,
early.
those actually tend to be landed on decent.
I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna do the probability.
I
after.
have a bit of. Let me try this. Is the inside of the building darkened for you folks?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you can see where this is at. I just wanted to give you an idea of this. There is the main doors up here. Let me switch over everybody to the map mode over here so they can see too. Why is that off for our videos on my
I
things?
do see predicament. Scouting this
Oh.
place seems like
Yeah, I didn't notice.
I'll
that,
switch
but
us
yes,
back in a
we're all-
second because it looks like my videos for everybody is kind of off. So it's a dock front area. This is like, as I said, it's an old tavern. There's a main door right here. There's like easily tell there's a side door and a second entrance over here off these docks. Otherwise, it's built over the water.
Yeah.
All right. So I will switch this.
That does leave a problem for scouting it.
I wonder if there's an entrance I can get in below.
Well, it is a tavern too, isn't it?
Former tavern. It is now
Oh, former
just.
tavern.
It was a
You
tavern
could
turned into
probably
theater.
just go in.
Yeah, well, it just if we wanted to look for anything more secret.
Well, if it's a former tavern and now it's just a playhouse, going in would be a little weird.
Well, you could buy a ticket if they have a show going on.
If they have
Well-
a show going on at this time, yeah.
But it's midday, so it's unlikely.
Can I have water breathing.
They, in fact, have a show that is about to start. It's their first show of the day.
Well, do you
Well,
wanna-
actually, since
Let
they're
me
not
watch.
performing right now, this would be actually a good time to just go in, buy tickets, and be able to see the place. And
Yeah, I guess. Only
think-
question I would have is, did we want? Like, I could try to see if I can scout out anything under the place. If there's anything, if I can get like the treasure goggles, maybe I can find some secret doors under there or something. I have a swim speed and stuff. If we're thinking about if we think they're hiding stuff.
Under the dock.
I don't
Under the
know if
dock.
they would hide anything under the dock.
I
It feels
mean,
like iffy to me.
it might be a good place to have a little skiff and then be able to kind of go out unnoticed at dark.
Is
I-
it dark when they
Not
have
really
the
what they're
show,
doing,
though?
though.
I mean, it'll,
Excuse me.
but it would be okay to do. I don't think it's going to be a problem because the rest of us could easily just go in and.
Oh yeah, easily.
See the
I'll tell you, they have
inside
they have a couple of performances throughout the day. They probably have like three main performances. One in the early afternoon, one kind of late afternoon, one early, and one evening. They seem to be very busy and popular. There are lots of people around coming for the show.
So we could
Oh.
blend in with the crowd pretty easy.
Sure.
Are we able to get in? Or are there, like,
Most of us
tickets?
could blend in pretty easily.
You got cool.
There's one person who stands out pretty badly.
I mean, like, honestly, you'd have to, like, there does seem to be someone working the door.
If there are tickets, I'll buy tickets to the show.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take us to the side. I'm gonna cast seeming. Make us look like we belong.
Good
Well,
spell.
Okay.
Seeming is really good. He basically disguised all of us.
Yeah.
It's basically
that's
disguise
Turn
self.
order.
That's
Creepy.
not the right button. I wanted to.
It's basically mass disguise self.
What is this?
Nice.
Seeming is basically disguise self.
Seeming. That okay? I didn't hear what he said.
Yeah. It's
Gotcha,
it's
seeming.
actually really good.
I'm
This
just-
exact
I'm just gonna
situation.
do this one thing here because it will not really matter too much. So
worried we
if you're
got
going
cold.
inside, hey, there's the inside. So
Yo.
Fair enough.
there is a little like
Um,
hole in the area here that you'll see.
Bro, I was
Down in the
No,
docks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could I can get in there at night.
Good.
You'd have to like throw a grappling hook up from the water, but you could.
If there's any holes, I can literally.
None of the
just
piers
walk.
are near the edge there.
Well, is there not stilts holding up the?
Yes, you could. I guess you could spider climb your way and go on the
Yeah.
bottom side and up in there. So yes, you
Yeah.
could break in that way.
Alright, Spider-Man, calm down.
I fucking love these slippers. Okay, they're like my favorite item.
All for the sole purpose of being able to climb out of that
So,
thing.
All right, I really like.
Who's going in then?
Going.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna be
going.
honest. I think Misty shouldn't, because there's a chance people want to know who she is.
Oh no, see me.
Yeah.
Yep, seeming.
Oh, there's fucking right. Yeah, then sure.
I think-
Did you click seeming? Did you click on seeming? Click on seeming just to see
Oh.
it.
I do not. I can't.
Self, basically.
It's disguise self, but it affects one creature per 2 levels.
Yeah.
I just need to see how. Okay, it's disguise self. Let me just.
Yeah,
It
it's
just
literally
acts
just
as-
disguise self.
The spell functions like disguise self, except. that
I
you
just
can
want to
change
know
your character.
when. I think it's interaction would be like saves. Possibly.
Mm.
Let me check disguise self.
Yeah, if someone interacts, you get a will save to recognize it's an illusion.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, seeming was nice, but the thing is, it is busy here. You might run into people.
Yeah.
You could try it out, but I will have to, like, there will be chances that you'll be interacted with. And then
Yeah.
they
I
might
think
make their save, they
Mhm.
might fail their save. It depends on, I'll kind of have to roll randomly to see who interacts with you. Someone with a crap,
yeah.
someone with the good.
If they're like a commoner, I don't think they can even make the save. But if it's anyone else,
Commoner could roll a 20. There are other people other than commoners here. There's sailors,
Yeah.
probably like some like some people that look it's like
rich
officers from like some merchants, you know. It's a very popular place.
Does anybody have disguise self? Oh, disguise the skill. It gives you a +10 to make that check.
No. I'll just go in without a disguise, I guess.
don't think so.
let's just go in normal. I'm always kind of disguised up but it's like changing my clothes.
It's mostly so you're not hideous.
I mean, I'm not trained, but I would get a 5.
I think you have to be trained in
one
disguise.
Okay.
And Yaalkol is the loudest looking creature in existence.
I don't think. I honestly don't think this is strange for us to be coming to this kind of famous, like.
No.
So I think we just go in there, and if we're suspicious, we can make a plan to kind of
Like,
infiltrate this place at night.
We happen to be in the area. We stopped by for a show.
Mhm.
Our island's kind of not too far out of the way from here anyway, right?
Well,
Like we could.
it's pretty far away.
We're
Well, no,
pirates,
but
we
like,
sail all over.
I'm talking about going to our island, right, from Port Peril. It's not that much off track.
Still a little off track.
It certainly
Yeah,
is.
it is.
It's not
But
it's
like
not the
picking
worst.
up goods, you know.
It's not the worst. It could be
Yeah.
for various reasons on your track. For help,
It's-
certainly.
Pretty reasonable.
I switch
I think we just go in.
back to the map for just a second. You know, yeah. God, put me in such a weird position. Yeah, if you had rather than kind of going through the Straits of Balthus, if you went north all the way like through that direction, you
Reasonable, I guess.
yeah, or like if you like headed north
Well,
first to like
go this
stop
way and
here
then
and some of those other places,
Yeah.
yeah. It would involve you for reasons going that way, but
Yeah,
could have
it's
reasons.
very. I mean, yeah. I mean, but I think if we get suspicions, we can make an
Okay.
infiltration plan.
All right. So as I said, there is a kind of like probably scruffy looking man. Looks like maybe just like a probably someone that has like more like a sailor experience, like a dockhand, who seems to have been hired on to function as the doorman. He's kind of like collecting money and is allowing people in. It is 5 silver for show.
Sure. Pay the silver.
Oh god. Do I have to break this over?
Yeah, I'll just pay for everyone so we can just pay
Oh,
in
you
gold.
sure?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I have a bunch of copper I have to get rid of. So I'll pay you.
There's 5 of us.
Just break
Damn
50
it.
copper. You
First-
want to play someone 50
Well,
copper?
I'll pay for mine. You pay for everyone else's, so it's easier.
I just imagine Jacub pulling out a little
While
bit
you're
of
playing
copper
around, if you were pulling around money, the guy would be like, "If you want to go for something a little cheaper, they charge a little less in the night show."
No, I just was making sure that
Does he? I'm looking. I'm kind of in disbelief that he says that with how much like blinged shit we're wearing.
Yeah, I have this giant red coat, this huge. I
I
just
hand
look at him.
I hand him 2 gold and 5 silver.
All right, you 4 for in. Get in there. So, like, honestly, it's a lot of, like, kind of, like, standing room. There are some seats, but they seem to be taken up by, like, probably people that kind of, like, look slightly more important, merchants, more noble people, officers from ships. They sort of, like, square out their areas where the tables are from the old docks. And back here behind the bar has been converted to kind of a stage. So, like, the edge of the bar here is actually the edge of the stage.
Okay.
And there are some people that sit down right here, like, straight in the front. But they seem to be people that, like, you're guessing probably either have reserved seating or paid more.
Okay.
As,
Kind of the best seat.
certainly, like, you'll actually see this, like, while people are getting seated, you'll see this man here. Let me just show you him, who seems to be kind of watching the seating. There you go. Mm-hmm.
Gore
Bloody beard.
I can see where he gets his name
Bro.
from.
Is he just like? Is his
Man.
beard constantly drenched in blood? Like,
It seems
That must-
stained, like, a little bit red at the bottom.
bro.
That's a
brother,
little
he
more than
needs-
stained.
Mm-hmm. Eventually, though, when it seems like all the seating is done for, like, that primary seating, he'll actually go back into the back room of the play. Seemingly like he is actually a performer, too. There is kind of like a second floor balcony above here that you can't see stairs to. So maybe there's stairs in, like, the back room that lead up to there. And a couple of rooms that are up on, like, a balcony above. Like three, like, probably like 4 or 5 rooms, similar in size to, like, these here. But they're just in this back area here. So there's, like, 3 of them over above the stage and a couple over here with, like, kind of a walkway above the stage. You'd assume probably for the original workers and people that lived here. Maybe the performers live up there. You don't know at this point in time. They could use the rooms down here because there are a lot of old rooms down here in the tavern. Do you just want to mill about with the crowd?
I'm gonna probably stay towards the back and just, observe.
Okay.
I have a question.
Sure.
Using an item.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jacub has the treasure goggles. If you wanted to activate the ability to detect secret doors, is that like a thing that's obvious?
He'd
Or is
put
it like
he'd have the goggles on,
Yeah.
and yes and no. If you understand magic items, possibly. If you're
Yeah,
just
okay.
a commoner, probably not. But, like, certainly there's plenty of people that might be here. Some of the merchants or officers might recognize you using... Because, honestly, goggles are kind of a little unusual, and I doubt, like, Jacub walks around with them on all the time, you know?
Hey.
Well,
I-
of course I do.
Hey. So, I have
He
an
might,
amulet
but then he...
that has detect secret doors.
Oh, you do have the amulet to do that too.
I have the
Shit, I
Inquisitor
forgot.
amulet or whatever.
Yeah.
So I could stand somewhere and try to detect a secret door or something.
I figured it might be a good idea to try to start detecting secret doors.
Because
as a
an amulet is a lot more conspicuous than goggle.
Yeah, it is more yes.
Inconspicuous.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Joe. I appreciate it. I was struggling there, dog.
It
My-
happens. English is hard.
I'm gonna start trying to buddy up with some of the upper looking people in this crowd.
Okay. Just roll me a general diplomacy and let's see how well you do.
I could do that.
Okay. Certainly you can get some nice conversations with a few of the people, like a couple officers that seem to be coming from local ships that, when they came in here, heard tales of it. A couple of the merchants that work out of the docks area, that are just there, spending their afternoons. You'll hear word that all the plays here are written by Lady Aswain. I cannot pronounce this lady's name for the life of me.
Oh, Jesus.
Isawin.
Estewin.
It's so
One of them that's like, says like, he recognizes that there's certainly like some old Cheliax opera influence in the way that she writes things, and maybe she she thinks that she like reworks some of the classics in certain ways.
Is she the playwright?
Idea.
You'll find out she's both the playwright and the main diva.
Idea.
Okay.
Got an idea in my brain for later.
Okay. You can find out there seems to be 3 actors. One is never seen. They know that Gorebeard and Iswain are the 2 main actors and put on many roles. Gorebeard is known for beating himself up, sometimes beating what look to be summoned creatures up in the various plays. And of course, there have been a couple of times where some of the riffraff get invited on stage for passes for free. And Iswana makes sure they don't end up too injured. There is also a 3rd member, which no one really meets. They work behind the scenes. That is their primary magic user, because sometimes there is special magic that happens on the stage that is recognized.
Special effects.
Yes, they've got someone that does special effects. They've got a spellcaster.
All right, listen. They
Fair.
got like a fighter, okay, a bard, and a wizard. Okay.
I'll show you. Here
We have a
is
standard
Swine.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely the bard.
What's 50 off of that?
Could
The
be a
rapier.
skull. We don't know.
Uh-huh.
Probably
So-
not a skull.
Soon,
I don't think that was
She's
made
not
yet.
singing there. She's belching.
Yeah.
soon, the play will begin. And I'm not going to have you roll, Misty. Anybody else could roll a history check, honestly. But
I'll pass.
you'll be able to know this as you spent a lot of time in Cheliax, and probably in your capacity were probably drugged to shows under various people you were working
I feel
with.
like Misty probably does have somewhat of a soft spot for Cheliax opera.
So you will know that this does seem to be kind of like a reworking of many ancient Chelish theater opera pieces. And the piece that is shown, the performance is put on, is an operatic comedy. It features dark fiends as protagonists and mortal antagonists who embroil themselves in sins and deviltry. As a result, the antagonist suffers ironic and tragic loss, deformity, and most common, damnation. Of course, Iswana is the main performer. She seems to be the public face, puts on like most of the central music and stuff. When the songs are being sung, she leads the way. Honestly, her voice is beautiful. Some of the greatest divas in Cheliax opera, she probably could match with. On the other hand, Gorebeard Trench. Anything that involves fighting, battles, violence, any of the kind of like, dealing with things, he's there for it. He gets a little beat up, he beats up a little things, that kind of stuff. It ends up being quite a show he puts on. He is actually an excellent performer. You can tell that too. That as much as he's a very good actor. And his skill with a sword matches with it very well. In fact, you can tell that whatever the magic user is, I have to figure out what level spell this is to see what they summon.
He actually summoned something.
They summon something for the fightery guy to fight.
Makes sense.
It's called method acting, guy.
He does battle with a bearded devil on stage.
Oh shit!
Ooh,
So they summon a bearded devil, and he does a mighty actual battle with the bearded devil, and seemingly wounded. Now he defeats it, and then you can tell, it's acting, of course, that he seems to be mortally wounded from his battle, and it's sort of like he made a deal with the devil to return his lost love, and then his lost love returns to him, where, Isyana's kind of dressed up, almost looking like an Earness, that she returns almost as a devil to him before striking a final blow, and kind of dragging his soul to hell, that he, made he originally like turned to the devil for power, and then like the devil's power led to his beloved getting killed, and when he finally turned again to the same power, they betrayed and slaughtered him, that kind of thing. So and all of them put on these massive epic performances, and the crowd goes wild when it's done. The two of them give a bow, and of course they will head backstage.
So just to get clarification.
Yeah.
So in the play, he fought a bearded devil, and then he made a deal. He tried to make a deal.
He had made a deal with the bearded devil long ago for power at the beginning of the play. Became a powerful warrior, fought a war. His power led to, people being jealous of him, led to his beloved's death. He turned to the devils once again for power to return his beloved to life. They betrayed him. He got into a fight with them. And when he thought he had won, his beloved came back as a devil and basically finished him off.
Okay. Well...
So it's a tragedy, but they play up a lot of times for, like, comedy, too,
It's like a Shakespeare tragedy, which usually has comedy in it.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I was asking specifically for clarification, because this is painting, like, if these guys were, like, super Cheliax sympathizers, this is, like, putting devils in a bad light, it seems. Or, like, what's the moral, the message about the devil deals? Is kind of what I'm asking, I think, specifically.
It's a lot of be careful for power kind of warning.
Be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so do I feel like the devils aren't necessarily like the part of it? It's just devils are convenient to use here because they can summon devils, basically?
I mean, honestly, it's like any of you that have any kind of arcane knowledge, especially Jacub, I'm not going to have you roll. That was Summon Monster 5 to summon a bearded devil. So that's a powerful spellcaster they've got in their wings. So certainly, that is a powerful person to summon something like that. And honestly, the Gorebeard's got to be pretty tough to take it on too.
How altered / changed was this opera, given my knowledge of such things?
The original one would have played up a lot more serious.
So this is okay.
And it would have been more about how it would have been less tragedy too. There probably would have been a tragic message. It's sort of like the original probably dealt more with the person gaining power, but then trying to betray his devil masters, ending up in a situation like that. So rather than his own hubris led to other people causing him problems, he directly defied the devils and caused the problems, So it does paint the deal with the devil a little bit better light. This is a more, you've asked for too much, we can't do you more, if you want that kind of thing, would have to take your soul, almost, and, doesn't go for that. So it paints the devil, I'd probably say, more in a neutral light in this one, rather than a positive light. Certainly,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, certainly it's not like a good light either way, but like I'm
probably asking this to Myste as well.
You're probably getting some explanation on the opera.
Yeah. Because yeah. So you go. I'm interrupting.
I was just say altered for general audiences.
Yes
Not
and no.
really, kind of, I guess.
Honestly, both forms would probably even this might fly in a Cheliax opera or play. There might be some questions about it depending on how far they took it, but you'd know that this kind of skates that line of what would be appropriate in Cheliax. Probably the original is a lot better, but the hubris of the person is still the main story, and so it would still probably
I guess
you probably wouldn't get in trouble.
I guess
the moral is still there.
I think the important thing to note is that they did change it to make the devil look worse. Whether we consider that to be significant or not,
I personally
is a question.
Yeah, they don't. And again, it's not. Really,
it's not negative, but it's no longer. It's like it's a little worse.
Yeah, it's a little worse. It's less in a positive light. It's
which is still an active choice. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Now, whether we think it's a significant choice is a different question entirely.
I would say the choice is less for affecting the devil and more for making the protagonist worse. If you were to think
Yeah.
about it, it makes the protagonist look worse. Your main person.
So, like,
Okay, yeah. We could definitely like. It's obviously harder for us to like get those messages because we're just hearing, the story of it. But that's the message we're getting. That kind of puts us at the moment of not really considering this play to be any kind of details. If there's any specific disdain of devils,
there doesn't really seem to be. Honestly, you really don't notice anything.
seems like a classic like drop.
and just so I'm clear, and I guess so everyone else is clear. In Cheliax, they worship devils, right?
Yeah.
They worship Asmodeus.
They
at least.
worship Asmodeus. But the thing is, many of them really are kind of like probably very agnostic. They're more like, yay, Asmodeus, but like more for
The thing with Cheliax is not many religions are outlawed. They technically have freedom of religion, but the Church of Asmodeus is the main one.
You probably can't be like a follower of Desna or Sarah.
No, Desna is legal actually because there's a significant population of Parisians.
Okay, but Sarah probably not. Or
No,
it's sort of like as long as you obey the law, they don't really care.
I think only like the super good
like
paladin god lady.
Yeah,
I think
because
she's illegal because there is a group of paladins that causes shit with Cheliax.
Yeah, so I think like because the paladins cause shit, they made it illegal. And sort of like if the paladins wouldn't do anything, they probably would have made it.
A whole adventure path based off of that.
Hell's Rebels, right?
Yeah,
Hell's Vengeance.
And
Rebels is not in Cheliax.
I will tell you, there are many reasons why someone could get exiled from Cheliax.
Yeah.
I believe it. I'm just trying to get like some more background information.
Yeah.
So, like,
It could have been for their plays. It could have been for anything else. Technically speaking, like the one kind of feels like they could be a noble, the diva. She could be she could be a noble, and the other two could be servants, and they got exiled because
could have just offended the queen.
Yeah, she fucked up somehow. Again, she could also just be a high class.
Servants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I don't know. I would almost doubt a 9th level wizard at minimum is a servant of someone.
Well, court mage.
Court mage.
Yeah.
Honestly,
but,
depending on your and if you have enough money as a noble, you could probably hire lots of people. And honestly, also like, if you've known these people for a lot of years, they could have grown with you, especially if you got into shenanigans.
Well, that's why I just wouldn't consider them like a servant. They're more like a companion.
Yeah, I'd say that'd probably be closer, but like on paper they might be servants. Is what I kind of
Yeah, but I got you. It's just I feel like if they're working with this wizards, those wizards, this is a high level caster to be working at an opera.
Yeah,
I feel.
Yeah,
it's a little weird. Yeah,
it's definitely a little strange.
So there's probably something there that might be interesting to look into.
I mean, the place does bring in a good amount of money. You can tell.
That's true, and if there's only 3 people running this place and maybe a couple like servers and stuff, probably pretty
safe.
Cost.
Yeah, the guy you saw, he brought in the money from like the place he had it. He gave it to the back, and honestly, he just left them. So he was hired on as a door person, and then his job was done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they probably run low cost. I mean, and also not everyone's crazy that adventurers till they die or.
Honestly, you can tell this building's been fixed up too, a little bit.
Yeah.
I guess the other question is, has my amulet pinged any secret doors?
No secret doors.
Okay.
As the play wraps up, I want to kind of nonchalantly be leaning against a wall near the exit and just try to do a perception check on any conversations that people are having while they're exiting. See if anything comes.
Sure. Go ahead and roll perception. Let's see what you get here. There will be a penalty because there's a lot of people talking. You're trying to like pick out certain conversations.
Okay.
But that's a pretty good check.
Pretty cool.
This seems to be one of the more popular plays. It's one that they do repeat a lot. And there does seem to be talk. There's a number of other plays that they've performed that they were hoping for. What else would there be that you pick up conversation-wise? Let me think here. You will pick up, like, there does seem to be some of that dissent that Aeronox is worried about. Granted, there's no direct connection to this play here. It's just a whole bunch of people here. But, like, someone jokes about, hey, maybe Aeronox made a deal with the devil to get his power. And he's going to get his comeuppance soon. You know?
Mm.
So, certainly there's, like, it seems a little joking, but honestly, you know, like, they're just, like, and that's just amongst some rabble, some common rabble.
Yeah.
Right.
Most of the merchant class, the officers, they're just like, you know, oh, hey, I should get my captain to come back here or something like that, or get the rest of the officers, you know, as they're talking to a few of their sailors, they're like, yeah, this is a great idea. We should go to another show at some point, you know, before we leave port. The merchants, you know, they do their talk. And again, like, the common folk, certainly, like, it's hard to tell, like, if the dissatisfaction with Aeronax is just something that's there, or if something that someone spurned on, whether from here or somewhere else. There does seem to be some problem with satisfaction. Roll a local check, actually.
Sure.
You can do that, since you kind of were listening in.
Ooh.
Okay. You're not sure how much that is something that would be new or not. You might have to talk to someone that might know this place more to understand. It's Aeronax sounded like the satisfaction was growing and was more new, and it felt linked to this place here.
I'm going to suggest, after letting you guys know this stuff, maybe we should go to one of the local taverns, see what we can find out, see what people are saying.
Well, we do have time to kill.
If anybody else, when Chester brings up this stuff, if you want to make a local check too, just to know about Hell Harbor.
I can make one. Not great.
Okay. Yeah.
I think while Chester was doing that, I'd be like trying to see if I can meet the wizard in the back as a fellow wizard to shake his wizardy hand.
Don't know where this wizardy hand's been, my dude.
As you approach the back, the Bloody Beard Man, Gorebeard, will kind of step out and be like, "Can I help you? Show's over. Get out."
Yeah, I just wanted to see if I could meet your wizard. That was
No.
that was a high level spell. He did quite a good job controlling that thing.
Roll me a sense motive.
Jacob's gonna get
he's
his
probably-
ass handed to him.
13.
Okay.
Jacob's about to get punched.
I mean, the most you can tell right now is this man seems very hostile to you. He doesn't seem very happy with you being here.
Oh, okay.
He's just like, leave.
I'll look at him and go, okay, just to tell him I said, well done, and I'll walk away.
I think we probably already left, right? Since people are
Yeah.
leaving the building.
Yeah. Alright, if you want to go to a tavern, you can go to the Fated Seahorse. It's one of the most renowned taverns in all of Hell Harbor. Particularly known because it's got a Cyclops bouncer, Erobo.
Neat.
Maybe we should avoid that place.
He doesn't know what you've done.
He likely
I know.
doesn't know
Oh, I'm
those
sorry.
other guys.
She doesn't know what you've done.
Yeah.
I know, but we're gonna have PTSD seeing this guy Cyclops. Guys, okay?
Oh, she's also a high Cyclops. So she's one of the more advanced
Nice.
breeds. Yeah.
We're gonna get flashbacks to the 20 Cyclops wars.
Uh-huh.
Out of like my own education, are there any other Cyclopsian like civilizations or areas where they live around the shack, or is that like the main one and we just killed the friend?
So there are plenty of Cyclops and Cyclops ruins around the Shackles because the ancient Cyclops civilization had colonies on the Shackles. Granted, a lot of their ruins are all over the place. Hell Harbor here, it was built using an ancient Cyclopsian quarry that was here. One of the quarries they used to transport a lot of materials to build the rest of their cities throughout the Shackles. So having an already dug quarry that wasn't exhausted was a great way to get a lot of materials to help build the city up very quick. It's also, the city is incredibly well defended. It's in a harbor, a very deep harbor, and there are watchtower fortresses on either entrance to the harbor. So it's very well defended. Haol Harbor is actually one of the most defended cities in the Shackles, honestly.
It's right on the edge, that makes sense.
Another reason probably destabilization is good for Cheliax, and that would also lead credence to that, because direct attack would be difficult.
This is a bastion.
Yeah.
I'll go in the tavern.
Okay.
Kind of listen in.
The bouncer will certainly let you by, kind of like checking on you, kind of watching. We'll probably say anything is keep your weapons to keep your weapons to your side, and I won't have to break any skulls.
Fair enough.
I'll nod.
Okay.
Right. So you will enter into the Fated Seahorse. It's a probably happening establishment. Finest drinks in all the city. What good entertainment. Plenty of people around. It's like a 3-story tavern. And you'll notice that after the Cyclops will kind of watch you down, because all of you look like you probably look tough and you're new. But you'll see the Cyclops honestly at the entrance chatting with some of the locals and laughing about things and having pleasant conversations.
I believe it.
Mm-hmm. And perhaps you can even overhear. She's really good at telling dirty jokes. Special skill for a Cyclops. Dirty jokes.
Fair,
But so, it'll be. What do you want to do while you're here?
What is the plan for the tavern?
I guess we're trying to listen for conversation of the center. That's what you want to do, right, Chester?
Also, maybe we can see if there's any games going on, cards,
sure.
dice.
There's plenty of gambling going on. Most of them seem to be set between groups, but you probably get it on some darts on a dartboard, or probably if you try hard enough, you can find an open seat in a card game. Honestly, that people would allow you to join if you're interested.
Darts actually sounds good.
Sure.
I figured it might be, we could try to split up and, do things like this and see if we can get into conversations and easier to overhear.
Yeah, I think what I will do specifically is I'll take the -10 to do the gather information, but secretly.
Sure.
And I'll basically be trying to gather information on if there's any specific, I guess, descent stuff coming from the place.
Roll me your diplomacy -10 then.
Yeah, I will also have a spell cast on me. It would last 11 minutes, if that's fine.
Sure. That'll be fine in here. It's pretty
I can
busy.
cast it without somatic opponent.
Okay.
So, yeah. It's the spell, just take it.
Okay.
Beautiful.
You're beautiful. I don't remember the rest of that song, so I can't sing it anymore.
And it's a -10. So
Perfect
I'm rolling at a
rendition.
+15. But I rolled a 6.
That's real bad.
All right.
21 is a decent gather information anyway. Probably not for what I'm looking.
Yeah. Certainly. You can pick up that there are a number of rumors and as of late there have been some rumors that seem to be circulating around about the Lord of Haol Harbor, and the rumors seem varied. I'm going to say there isn't maybe there's a little bit of a rhyme or reason, but there's plenty of various rumors. All of them are not great. Some of them claim in order to get away from Cheliax, he took a demon bride. Others that he sold his soul to a devil and added for power from Asmodeus. Someone is claiming that he never actually left Cheliax and he's just basically the rumors about this place being Little Cheliax are real. It's going to be the founding of a new Cheliaxian empire that he wants to rule over or something. Makes his own noble house or something.
All right, fair enough.
The rumors go from weird kind of
maybe somewhat plausible to insanity.
Yes. That's pretty typical, I think, for these type of rumors.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I guess did any of these rumors have an origin point at the theater?
You can't tell. No one knows where they come from. No one that you talk to knows where they come from.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I'm being kind of obviously since I'm rolled at the -10, I'm being kind of discreet about it, right?
You're kind of being discreet about it. You're trying to find out, where'd you hear this from, kind of thing, and
I'm trying not to track attention, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So people
it's a lot of I heard this from my friend who does works down at the docks, or my friend who has a job at one of the businesses in town. One of them will claim I heard it from my friend who works in the prison, or something like that, stuff like that. They seem to be all over the place. They're just all over town.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Sounds good to me. I guess that's.
You do get the feeling that at this point in time there is a lot of disbelief on these rumors, but certainly enough of them might start to influence.
When you got a lot of rumors going about, it doesn't matter how unbelievable some of them are, people are start believing.
Fire is a falsehood shit. Just say enough lies and something will stick.
Yeah.
We at least know that these rumors are real.
Yeah.
I'm playing darts. I am going to inquire about what I heard there's some talk around the city about what the heck's his name again?
Aranox. Okay.
Yeah, and just try to casually bring it up in conversation while playing.
You can either make me a check or I'll give you just the basic spiel that this person will give you.
I can do a check. Do you want? What do you want? Diplomacy, local?
It would be diplomacy or bluff, I'd say. Bluff if you're trying to bring out kind of lie about it, you've heard some nasty things, kind of things like that. You want to see what's real. I guess diplomacy, if you want to be discreet about it, it'd be diplomacy -10, or you could just be diplomatic and be hey, what's going on with all these weird rumors? That you can go about it two directions, I would say. Up to you. And again,
I'll try the diplomatic route, but I'm not trying to be super sly about it, just because I don't get that big of a bonus.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's see.
All right. Yeah. I mean, again, you get a little bit of the rumors going around. The person you're talking with will be I'm sure Aranox is up to something shady. There's got to be a reason why he left Cheliax and formed this place, but I always thought it was he betrayed some kind of noble house and wanted to take it over, and now he's trying to build up forces to turn about it. Who knows? Got on the council. Maybe they'll convince him to strike back against Cheliax. That'd be insane. But who knows what that man's thinking?
I also want to. I'm going to inquire too about the theater in general. How long ago did they set up?
It's been for he doesn't know exactly. They've been open now for couple months, maybe 3 months. But they've been open total. Probably moved in beforehand because they fixed up the old tavern that was abandoned on the waterfront. No one had been using it, and he thinks that the old owners lost it to the city when something happened. Maybe he died and then the city took it over, or he had some bad business deals and the city just took it to square things off with various peoples. No one really knows why, but the place got vacated, it fell into abandon, and then these people bought it and fixed it up. Again, he's not sure when they actually started doing that. He just knows again maybe like 3 months, 3 months ago, they started putting on the shows. So how long they've been here beats him.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Anything else you're doing at the bar here? Or are you meeting up and making plans?
I assume I can't do anything else. I'm taking too long to get it.
I guess what I can do is they're like card games and stuff, I guess, happening.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can join one. I'm gonna be honest, I'm just gonna use my innate Inquisitor Discern Lies to fucking cheat.
Okay.
And like lose some hands but win a majority by hey, I know you're fucking bluffing. Kind of shit, right?
This is
Yeah.
Peak Inquisitor, baby.
You can basically
you're using your power.
Using this power doesn't really give you like a huge gain.
Yeah, I'm not trying to gain money. I'm trying to stay in so I can overheat.
Oh yeah, it definitely allows you to stay in and to maybe make like a little bit of profit, but very least break even.
Profit doesn't matter to me. It's more I just want to hear what these group is talking about.
Oh yeah, you can stay in. Seems to be a group of sailors that had some space. They oftentimes sail into Hell Harbor here. It seems like they take a number of loots here. They're technically a pirate crew. But their boss sometimes does merchanting on the side because you never know when you can, actually get a ship you can take on, and sometimes you just have to like earn a quick buck.
That's one as you can.
Yeah. He's like I honestly like I've worked on some pirate ships in the past. This one's pretty nice. If you're looking for a ship to be on, ours is pretty good. We're a little laid back in comparison to most ships since we half the time we're a little bit more than half the time we're just a merchant, and the other half then we're like doing some stuff. And it's simple work and fine work. And occasionally we get lucky with some juicy targets. They'll also like chat about how like honestly you'll pick up on that they're like worried a little bit about Hell Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty good place to come into because it's one of the more civilized cities in the Shackles. Tends to be a little less dangerous since though the rules are pretty straightforward and can be a little brutal. They got rules they enforce pretty well, and there's some places that
probably a more lawful
ish
town than others.
It ends up being a true neutral evil, but like they definitely have that lawful backbone that keeps them from being chaotic, like a lot of other places in the Shackles. They have a lot more order, and just it seems like there's just some weird stuff that's been going on, just with a lot of weird rumors that you occasionally they could pick up on in town, and they're just worried that place kind of destabilized and they won't get as much success here as they used to.
Concerns.
It's a good place to go trade, and it'd be sad if they couldn't anymore.
Yeah.
So, anybody else doing anything else?
Until we are all ready to leave and get together, I'm gonna go get a drink and nurse it, and just kind of sit at the bar and try to listen in on any nearby conversations, see if I can pick up anything extra.
Yeah. Yaalkol, Jacub, either of you want to do anything?
Yeah, what's Yaalkol doing?
Yaalkol has been trying to stay out of the way. This is not his scene. There's a lot of like thinking and like being subtle going on, and Yaalkol is not for any of it. So I have
drinking and enjoying some food. Yeah.
I have an ale and some food, and I'm just sitting there doing my medieval barbarian, just big leg of something, big raft of ale.
You say like the mountain, you really like chicken.
Yeah, just basically what I do.
Unbeknownst to Yaalkol, I think Jacub would go and like get him a little drunk, get myself a little, and then try to like have people challenge him to arm wrestling contest, so then I can eavesdrop. And what people like about the Erik.
The thing is, it's really hard to get Yaalkol drunk because he only drinks ale, and he has like a 20 con. Yeah, 20 con. Hey, but I'll arm wrestle whoever you want. I'm just belligerent.
At some point in time in the night, honestly, as you're getting belligerent and drunk, the Cyclops woman will approach you. I'm just going to say, roll a sense motive, and we'll see how this goes.
Arm wrestle.
Approaches me?
Yes. Approaches you cool.
Oof. Me sense motive, you say?
Uh-huh.
My plans worked.
Not bad.
Hey! Then you don't know what to do about it, but you think she's propositioning you.
Oh, my.
Oh. What?
Yaalkol just looks up at her and says, not my thing, but I'll get you a drink if you want.
She accepts that.
Ooh.
Arm wrestle.
There are no other Cyclopses in town. She's got to find the biggest, strongest looking people if she wants to have a night.
Biggest man.
You are probably the biggest man in the room right now. I will admit. Yes.
Yo, they say the beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
I will have as lively a conversation as Yaalkol is capable of having.
Oh yeah.
It is lively but not enlightening.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll buy them a bunch of drinks.
Yeah. The two of you will drink until everybody else probably picks you up. Jacub, it seems like your plans get turned down. People aren't really challenging Yaalkol anymore when, the barkeep starts getting, drunk with Yaalkol.
That's amazing. I'm going to buy more drinks.
The bouncer.
God.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go and try to see if I can ask around about, what the goings are. If she or Yaalkol know about this area, and I don't really know Yaalkol that much, that well, or don't know this area that well. And see if I ask her if she knows more about the theater play.
Trying to hear up some information while we're drinking. Yaalkol will not be very good at that part. I'm just cutting in all the time about some random story.
Yeah. But you can pick up from her that she is in fact a high Cyclops. They are a dying breed of her kind. It's something that she does reflect upon, that she might never find a one of her own kind to have children with, just because she refers to them as the last legacy of the great Cyclops Empire, that they're descendants of it, and unlike most of my savage kin, we can actually think and speak and hang out and have civilization, but there's so few of us, we can't build cities, we can't build villages, we can't build towns. We're just settlers lost in a world. So I sit here and I drink, and hope one day that, maybe we'll see someone or something, and maybe I'll find love, and if I don't, at least I'll find some happiness.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad that you found a home here. And who knows, maybe your love is here after all, in the form of a giant dragon.
Also, Yaalkol is stunned because he's literally just Yaalkol's I think I can understand that.
You're trying to play matchmaker.
How do I get a dowry out of this?
You don't, because you're not in the wedding party.
Look, man, everyone in this party, I guess, has to get a spouse at some point. Revia's got two.
Revia's got two. This is true.
Two spouses? What a hack.
Yeah, well, one's just a fuckboy.
Chances this fine Cyclops have a name?
Yeah, I will drop it into chat here.
The best news.
Haribo. I mean, it probably wouldn't be, because she's very it's like the Cyclops you fought in Sumitha were very savage. It seems like she's not much physically different from them, but you can tell it's sort of up top there's a lot more than what they had. They were very tribal, very savage. She's honestly probably much smarter than Yaalkol.
That's not hard.
I mean, he's at 8 intelligence.
It's not difficult.
She's in fact quite intelligent, probably up around a 14 or something.
Oh shit!
Damn, she is smart.
Yeah,
smarter than I do.
She's as smart as me.
High Cyclopses are basically intelligent and civilized. It's just that they're dying breed.
My next character will be a high Cyclops.
I don't know if you can play a Cyclops.
I don't think you can because they have
I don't
like a
think there's
billion hit
rules
dice.
for them.
I'm joking.
I mean, you
There's
technically...
ogre op.
There is, and you could probably make a Cyclops option, but it would probably be like racial points a billion because you have like a billion hit dice.
Racial points, question mark, question mark, question mark.
We can play a half Cyclops and just be a druid and be a high Cyclops.
I mean,
Ooh.
I approve of the dad joke. I'll be honest.
Look, not all druids are stoners. Most of them are.
My next character will be a stoner druid of a cheetah.
Some are just really hot dudes with a great jawline who care about the ocean.
Yeah.
Bro, he's fucking built. Like shit, bro.
He is a hot dude with a good jawline who cares about the ocean.
He got the perfect blend of elf and human.
Talking about the hot captain again. I'm sorry, a little warm.
Did we wanna take a break here?
Yes, I was gonna say that.
We're about halfway. It's a little spicy, dude.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the break.
That's the break. Just the hot. Anyway, snack, drinks, bathroom break. Take them. Be back soon. Oh boy. Boop and a boop. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome. So, what is thine plan? Now, are you finished up at the bar? You can spend a little bit of time there. What do you want to do?
I'm done at the bar.
Okay.
I had some pleasant conversations with
Get
you.
anything from my perception?
You rolled a 33.
You rolled a 33. Honestly, it's a lot of the same conversations you've heard. You don't really get anything new.
I just wanted to check.
Yeah. There really isn't much more new here at the bar.
So,
the only other thing I could say is we could try to attend tonight's show, see if there's any, difference, if we hear any more dissonance from it.
yeah, I am in agreement, I think. And then if we want, we can figure a way to infiltrate this place at night.
Yeah.
But maybe
I have an
people
okay
have
stealth.
I'm a +5, but
I have
I'm a +10.
Let me ask really quick, because I may have misremembered what the mission is. Didn't he just tell us that he wants us to get him out of here? Does it matter what
he wants proof if they're Cheliax spies?
Yeah.
Okay.
And find out why they're doing these rumors.
Yeah. He believes they're the source of the rumor.
Yeah. That's objective 1. Objective 2, if they are, stop them.
Yeah.
we're allowed to kill them if they.
If it turns out they're spies, they would die anyways.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to prove it.
Yeah. We just have to find evidence. I do have one question. Ages ago, in the 2 books ago, when we were looking for spies originally, we found a Cheliax opera piece. What was the name of that? If you have it offhand, because I don't fucking remember. I couldn't find any information on that in my notes, but I know we have one.
Yes.
What a callback!
Give me a minute. I know that was in Tempest Rising.
Yes.
Let me open that up and go to that book.
I don't remember if it's a rare piece or a common piece.
Yeah.
Because if it's a rare piece, we could potentially bargain with that.
Wait, I'm sorry. You found what again?
When we were looking for spies originally, we had found a piece of Cheliax opera.
Oh, I just started playing when you guys found it.
Yes, that was the first book you joined.
I have to figure out where you found
That's a great.
It was in the house where we got Grinner because it was in a secret compartment.
Yeah.
Okay, Grinner's house. Yep.
Hidden pike, maybe.
It was in a
It's
hidden
from the fish
thing.
Yeah, here we go. So inside the case are several rolled up sheets of music and lyrics, part of an old Chelish opera written in Infernal.
That's a great callback.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really good call.
I remember things.
I don't remember if you did, but it was recognizable that the opera shouldn't have been written in Infernal from when it was from.
Yes. It was encoded.
Yeah, it was a code. Yeah. By now, you could have known that the instructions were to Hayden to visit Drenchport and kind of report on the movement of the ships, especially the Master of the Gales.
Yeah, I have all that written down.
And,
But
yeah.
what's the name of the opera?
It doesn't give me one.
Okay, that's fair. That's probably why I couldn't find it.
Yeah, it was just an excerpt from an old opera.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But I don't have any notes about...
I'd say it would be a different opera than the one she used, but there are a lot of old Cheliax operas, and she might have used that one in a different play that she puts on, because there's a number of them.
Presumably the book is saying it's not significant, right? So it's
not significant probably at this point.
Yeah.
But it is technically an inn if we need to negotiate, or if we want to be peaceful. It's something that could be offered.
Yeah, honestly, that's a pretty good.
Especially if it's a rare piece.
I would say it's only an excerpt from it, but sure, it can be one of the more uncommon ones. Old Cheliax operas are mixed bag for rarity. Certainly, it's one that's not performed that often, at least nowadays. So it might be interesting. Maybe. Certainly, it's written in Infernal, which is an interesting thing.
That is a possible avenue. Because if it is someone working for Cheliax, and Myste can bring this up in character in better words, having someone like that turn to our side and spread more positive propaganda could be very good. Potentially, if that is the route we want to go. If we want to solve it peacefully, which I know this party doesn't do peaceful.
I'm not sure how that would convince them to go join us, I guess is.
But it could be a piece to work towards that, right? Like we could figure something else out.
I don't really care
about something to discount.
Yeah, like if we can convince it can
also get us a meeting.
Yeah, I think I don't think there's any peaceful solution if these guys are Cheliax spies. I think that's like we kill them.
Well, if they're actual spies, they do have to die.
I don't think there's any situation we don't kill them. Because they're literally our enemies, right? Besides that.
I think the question is, if they're not spies and they're just talking shit, then what are we gonna do?
We
let them
not to.
What are we gonna do? Pretty please don't talk bad about us.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that they're gonna say no. So the question that I'm asking now, before we get in the room, is, if they say no, do I hit them?
I'll tell you to hit them. Then when you
Well,
I'll say hit them.
For a fact, if they say yes, you hit them. No, wait.
No, it's okay. That's a really good question, Erik. If they're just stirring shit to stir shit, what do we do?
Because that's really the question, though. Is we're asking ourselves, do we care if they're just stirring shit? Because I think if I remember correctly, he was implying that he wanted us to deal with it regardless.
He didn't want anybody saying shit about him, basically. Is what
exactly.
Now, the thing is, there is technically something that you are forgetting that he mentioned. They could also just be in the employ of someone who doesn't like him.
They might not, so we could pay them more.
Yeah, I bet we could just literally pay them more. Or to give us their employer, right, and stop doing it.
Like some kind of deal with them. And this could be used to enhance that deal.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, do you want to just bigwig it? Just try to or do you want to be more discreet about trying to open up negotiation?
I think we should still be discreet and actually sneak in to get proof.
Yeah.
And then confront them.
Okay, do we have invisibility spells, Jacub?
There is probably someone who does.
I do. I have.
If we are sneaking in, I'm just gonna stay back. I'm gonna literally be like a couple 100 feet away from the building, so I could try to charge in if things get violent. But I don't think it's smart for me to be in that, even invisible.
I can get us into the water entrance pretty easy.
I have a couple uses of invisibility for today.
It means 11 minutes. It's the only thing.
Yeah.
You have to keep track of that time, because after 11 minutes, you pop back into existence. And honestly, you'd still have to be careful about making noise, because that only masks you visibly.
Yes.
Yeah,
I have a decent sneak.
I think we're gonna run into the problem of.
We can make Chester.
Really
I also have a really good sneak.
I have a decent.
It was plus 16.
Everyone but Yaalkol and James.
I have a 10.
I just have my deck. 5. It's not a classic. Well, we can set up a rope through the water well and let the sneaky people sneak and try to find evidence, and we'd be at the ready to come up and help.
Yeah, I think we are gonna do that because no, I don't recall if anyone in the party is good at lockpicking.
We have the chime of opening.
That's loud.
Yeah,
That's
no.
It's literally
No one in the party has
Disabled
device.
That's like the one thing.
I would just get my dex to it. I don't have any ranks.
You have to be trained in it.
You have to be trained to even use
so
it.
then I can't even do it.
I don't even know the spell knock, to be honest with you. So.
Knock would also be really bad because it's also really loud. I think the water entrance is the best way to get in.
Well, we can't open any doors secret. Well, that's not true actually. It is true. But someone could put in the cape of the mountebank, and then dimension door through door.
Yeah, and then we basically just need one person to get in and unlock the door.
Yeah. From the inside. Oh, but if it's a key, it wouldn't unlock it.
Are there any windows?
Oh, it might. I don't know old doors, how they work, to be honest with you. Is that a thing they don't?
Well,
I guess it might just be a bar,
it's
right?
fantasy, so the
So
door keys work how they work.
Yeah. If we're going under that assumption, then yeah. So we just need one person to have the cape of the mountebank go through like the office door. That's important. And and unlock it.
Just open a window and things like that. You know?
Yeah. Okay, so I think that's we're gonna go to the last play, see if we can find any other information out, and we're gonna try to sneak in this place.
Do you guys know of a feat that I can give you guys to give you the skill disable device? So that Harrigan Surgeon can give to you guys.
I don't think any feat's gonna give you.
I don't think a
ranks
feat
in the skill.
Last skill.
Not feats.
I don't know if there's a feat.
Feats don't give ranks; they give bonuses. Yeah. There is some spells which allow you to temporarily give you ranks in something. There are some like that, but I don't know if you know those spells.
Insightful. There's the insight one that might work.
I certainly don't have any spells that would give me any ranks.
But
I have bestow insight.
Yeah, bestow insight. I think that might do it. I don't. You'd have
no.
To, no, just
I had to have at least one rank in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, it would give an insight bonus, judging by the name, right?
Yes.
What is this? That treats the skill as a class skill, which is not useful.
Yeah, we need specifically something that gives a rank. Like I said, I think.
Oh, whoa! I got one.
Yeah.
A level 3 spell, bestow insights. Lasts minutes per level. When you casting the spell, you choose a single skill that. Oh, I need to rank it. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's exactly what
you need a rank in it.
Yeah.
I think the most solid plan is
okay, guys. This is what we do. We pull our money and buy a headband of intelligence with ranks and disabled to buy.
No. That's too complicated.
I think just going through the hole in the floor.
Going through the hole in the floor is probably good enough.
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess someone wears a cape of the mountebank to get through a door and unlock it later too.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, if we all go in here, we can just unlock the door when we get in.
Well, there's an office that's probably locked, where files we would want is located.
I mean, maybe, but yeah, sure. Like, we just need to get in first.
Yeah, getting in is literally not a problem unless they got like security. I'm not worried about getting in this building. Honestly, we can all just get in through like a rope in through the water entry, at worst. I think we can all make it like a DC 10 climb.
Alright, let's do it. Are we gonna wait till like
item real fast?
Rope might be noticeable though. I will say if someone's is up.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean,
we don't know what kind of patrols and shit they would have inside.
They might not have any. They might have something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like opening the front door is going to be particularly less than noticeable.
Also, if we're going to the last performance, someone could try to hide.
Is this? Are these rooms all? Are these rooms all for the employees, or can you like rent?
We don't know.
We don't know.
Okay.
Because that's the thing.
I don't think you can rent them, but we don't know if they're all in actual use or some might just be storage for them.
Maybe we can ask about renting a room. See if we can try that.
Remember, this was a tavern converted to like a playhouse.
Yeah.
So it
they
probably
don't
rooms back in the day.
They probably don't rent them usually.
Yeah.
But we paid them enough money.
That's a possibility. Like I said, also someone could try to stay behind and hide.
Yeah.
Wait till, stuff dies down and then unlock the door. Then no one has to even sneak in.
Mm-hmm.
You're already in there.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
We have a lot of easy. I think we have a lot of easy ways to get in.
Yes. We just need
Getting
to
in here
on one. Getting in is not the problem.
Yeah, well, because what
are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about what we do after we're inside is kind of the question. Getting inside is hardly a problem.
I think when we're inside, we need to find an office with Mavens.
Where was the wizard when Jacub talked to the dwarf? Was it at like this area?
Yes, you were probably going to the back, and the dwarf was just like, "No, get off the stage."
We probably want to try to get back in that area. That's probably
Because
there's a door right here.
There's a door there.
Yes. Because there doesn't seem to be a way to get up onto the second floor area. You're guessing from back there is.
Hmm. Okay.
What I'm thinking of is, while the play is going on, if we want to try to have someone stay behind, someone sneak over.
Get one of these small.
See if we. Yeah, because there's a hallway. So if you can manage to get in there, you might be able to get into the bedroom or something and hide out there. Yeah.
I guess that's either Myste or Chester, right?
Yeah, I mean,
these ones.
I get a 10 to stealth.
I have a 16, but what is the plan if we're caught?
Light the place on fire?
No.
I mean, like, if it was me, I would just pretend to be, like, maybe stop by the bar, see if we can buy a bottle or something, and pour it on yourself a bit and pretend that you were drunk and wandered into one of the rooms to sleep it off.
That's like a really bad plan.
That'd be really high bluff check because it's sort of like there's a lot of like steps to that one. I'm gonna give you that one. It's possible.
Yeah.
But that's a high bluff check.
I'm saying if you get caught, it's a chance to try to get out of it that way.
One man who was in this game who could probably make that check. He's on a different ship right now.
Yeah, I only get a +10 to bluff, so it would be
not great.
Hopeful luck there.
He had a 25 bluff.
I'm looking through cleric spells to see if I can find anything that would be helpful.
I think this is me. We go to the last show.
Oh,
watch it, look around, and then night falls. We just all go in. We all go in, start looking around, get to an office. Someone can teleport in with the cape, or we have a scroll of gaseous form. Use it, go under the door. Search office, find thing, find evidence. Cool. If we don't, we figure something out after that point.
What about also, we could possibly go into town and see if we can get like a potion of invisibility or something.
We already have it. We have a potion.
We have a potion of invisibility in the bio building.
Okay, I was gonna say because if someone is inside and they hear someone coming into the room they're hiding in, swig.
There you go. The only thing is they do have a wizard, so like
they're not going to be. Invisibility doesn't pop up on detect magic. It's not like.
Oh, you don't. Okay.
Well, yeah. So you can't counter invisibility by detecting magic.
Yeah. So unless they're actively looking for invisible people.
Yeah.
Which means at that point you really screwed up and made it obvious where you were.
My main concern with this plan is having someone just alone in there.
Yeah.
If you take a room that's under, we could pick like a room with a window. We can have someone watching the window of that room, and then.
Okay. Well, what about like this one here?
Yeah, this one or this one.
I mean either one because it's in a hallway, so you could have a chance of being able to sneak in there and then there's a window that faces the water out.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you, most of these side windows probably are like unboarded, but like over here, these probably are boarded up. Like if you wanted to try to break through them, but you can still see through them a little bit, just because these are for areas that seem like more still shut down and not used too much.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually a good thing then, because they probably aren't going in there that often.
Yes. This is like open down here, where it's kind of like looking over like the bay. These ones on the wall that's to the main room were fixed up, but these two over here, you could have noticed that easily these were still boarded up.
Okay, so Operation Boarded Windows, okay? Because that means we know someone if there's trouble or whatnot, because we could see someone walk in that room. And then at that point, Yaalkol could just break down the.
That's my favorite part.
All right. And who's gonna be the one staying behind? I maybe suggest Chester because he's the best if he gets caught off alone.
Yeah, Myste has a -1 in all charisma abilities except for intimidation.
Yeah. If I had more stealth, it might be good to leave me, but Chester's probably best alone in terms of their stealthy.
Yeah, and if anyone has any way to, buff my stealth at all?
What kind of armor are you currently wearing?
What kind of buff do you want? I have... Right now,
I'm wearing started leather dark +2 dark leaf cloth.
Okay. I could give you my mithril improved shadow chain shirt to give you a +10 to your stealth.
Ooh.
We could just swap armor real fast because it's magical. It'll just kind of refit.
Right. Yeah, I mean, an extra +10, that'd give me a 20.
Yeah. Which is very good.
Oh, that makes sense why your stealth is so high. I was like, why did you get a 16? That makes sense.
Yeah, I have just a passive buff for it.
Okay, cool. So Chester as the shadowy armor.
Can you post what your armor does for me in the chat so I can input it?
What's your current cloak?
Give me a second. I have a sword lord's cloak +2.
Okay.
My armor I actually have to look up because I don't think I didn't put all this.
Well, what's it called?
Well, it's studded leather armor with a +2 on it, and it's also dark leaf cloth.
It's made of material.
Dark
leaf, yeah. Dark
yeah.
leaf.
I guess I would ask you if you would want to wear the cloak of the mountebank as an escape tool if you get in trouble. But I don't know what your cloak does.
Swordlord's cloak.
I just put it in.
Cloak of resistance.
Yeah, it's a cloak of resistance.
Okay, so
And when you're using defensive parry class feature, you get an 8 points to your AC equal to the resistance bonus. So
I guess it's up to you if you think if you want to keep that, or if you think wearing the cloak of the mountebank for the mission just so you can escape if you get in dire shit. It's up to you.
What is cloak of the mountebank?
It gives you once a day dimension.
yeah.
Which is that's really good, but
Yeah, that might be worth it for for right now, because hopefully we're not getting into a fight right this minute.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but if you get like caught out and like they surround you or some shit, you can just bamf right the fuck out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
GTFO button.
Yeah.
I can give you bonus to charisma if you wanted to.
How long does it last though?
Eagle Splendor's 11 minutes. I
It's
think you
gonna
can
last
last
minutes per
16.
level.
Yeah, that's not going to be, unfortunately, probably that useful.
Any spells you want to cast right now has to probably last hours, because you're basically going to a show, hiding during the show, and then waiting for things to calm down post show.
Okay. So add to your sheet a potion of invisibility. I'm gonna take it off the bag of holding, and I'll mark the cloak of the mountebank on your character in the bag of holding. On Chester, did you want any other potions just in case? We have like a potion haste, a rope of climbing, potion of heroism.
No, because my plan is to pretty much let you guys in, and then we can do stuff. If I need to get out because I'm getting caught, the mountebank's got me then.
True.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's the plan, I think, and I think this is pretty decent. If you need a large distraction, me and Yaalkol can make it.
Gotcha. Okay, so let me just do that.
AKA, I'll get Yaalkol to fist fight the dwarf.
I mean, that's the plan, I guess.
I'll try it.
No.
Hey, remember those days, the good old days when I did that?
Yeah, I think I still have the fist attack on my character sheet. I do.
Hey, we made lifelong friends with that. Cog, that's how we became friends with Cog.
You did arm
Where's
wrestle
the
Cog.
lie?
You wrestled Cog into friendship.
Yeah, it was worth it, okay?
I think he's saved our lives a couple of times since then.
Yeah, just a few.
Cog is a bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cog deserves everything that goes right in his life.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he was our first, first guy that got the second ship. First one we handed it to.
Fair.
And then Rio got the next ship.
So, are we all okay, ready to go?
I believe I need to go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
So, Chester, you're going into the show. You're going to try to sneak away. Put your character where you want to try to hide. Whatever room or whatever. And I will then, because I just want to see that for now. So I'm going to need a check. And I'm going to roll a bunch of stuff.
I would like to... I think we have some sort of signal here. I would like to try to create a distraction for it.
I'm also going to try to wait to a big fight scene in the show or something where most people are going to be enthralled.
Sure.
Maybe not.
You will, for the best scene, I would need you to give me a sense motive then, to sense the play, because you haven't seen this play. It's a different play.
I could maybe do it and give a signal.
Okay, you're try to give Chester a signal. Sure.
Yeah.
Um.
I'll roll my sense.
Yeah, because I only get a +6 to sense motive.
I have a 20.
Mm-hmm.
Inquisitor. Oh, that's a bad roll for me. Garbage roll.
Okay. You can kind of judge a good time that you think for Chester to slip in there. All right.
I'm gonna just do it out of curiosity.
Would've
Still
got
better than me.
Anybody else doing anything to set up this plan, or am I rolling 20s?
I think if they're doing it at the biggest moment, I think creating distraction might actually harm the effort.
Possibly.
Right? Because then it's gonna take people out of the.
Yeah,
of,
they
like,
might
the
look
scene.
back or.
Yeah.
Right. So if the plan is to do it at that moment instead of like a setup, then I think it's better to not fuck with.
Okay.
But I think
that's
cool.
better in general, just because if they're all there for the purpose of watching the show.
Me and Yaalkol are prepared to make a distraction if something starts going down.
Okay.
To be disruptive. Okay.
I will need then a stealth check
get 'em, boys.
from Chester.
Okay.
All right.
Yaalkol, I have Yaalkol loaded with a mug of ale.
Give me a drum roll.
Oh no, you rolled a 2.
Oh, I didn't believe enough.
Oh my god,
Right.
Possessions rolls.
Might be a distraction
That
time.
is horrible.
All right.
Getting a yikes
I'm
from
gonna
me.
roll.
I have
I would
Yaalkol.
still roll quite badly.
I have Yaalkol ready to hurl a cup at the dwarf full of beer.
Oh boy, there are some rolls in there. Okay.
That's 20, baby.
A nat 20.
All right.
I guess beer must be thrown.
This could be just,
So, certainly, as you're kind of wandering back there, Chester, and trying to get into one of the rooms and trying to hide, looks to be some kind of sailor will wander back there, like some kind of officer, and be like, "Hey, what are you doing back here? You're missing the show. Oh, there's a bathroom here."
Oh, I thought there was one back here. My mistake.
You haven't visited Hell Harbor much. No, come on. I'll point you the right way. This way.
That's sad.
Thank you.
He's gonna show you to the door and point that there is probably honestly some public outhouse kind of thing. It's over at near
Makes
the docks.
sense, yeah.
Yeah. Nearby, he's like, over there is where you really want to go.
Getting kicked out.
New people. They kind of pat you on the shoulder.
Oof.
Just a generally good dude, actually. Just like, hey,
Hey, yeah, you go over there.
Yeah.
Dude.
don't pee in the corner. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Oh, that
Don't
did
stay in
not
the
work.
water.
Well, that was Plan B is gonna happen, I guess.
I guess we see you just get escorted out, and we just are a little confused what's happening, but we don't really do anything.
Well, I'll probably come back because they probably allow you if you went to
Oh yeah,
the
no, you
bathroom.
can come back. Yeah. They give you like a little ticket or something, so you have a ticket.
But we probably watch you leave though in the first place,
Yeah.
right? Because we're kind of watching what's
What
happening.
the hell is he doing?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like he got caught, but he's playing it cool.
I'll come back and just lean back. And
The guy at the door will be kind of it's a different guy, and he's kind of snickering at you. He's like, "Oh, you people that are you non-locals, you got to know where the right place to go to the bathroom is. Not in a random corner."
I thought there might have been one in the chamber pod or something. Sorry.
Yeah. Why would there be a chamber pot in those rooms? I think they haven't been used since this place was a tavern. Actually, I'm not sure.
First time here, I didn't know.
Ah, come on, man. It's fine. You should just ask, rather than wander around. You could have gotten in trouble.
Sorry about that. I'll think about that next time.
Yeah. Go, get back to the show. You're missing all the great parts.
Thank you. And I'll come back and lean against the wall next to you guys. Plan B.
All right, we go with that.
Not you don't.
Okay. Okay.
Jesus
Oh, cool. You're gonna have to challenge the dwarf to a fist fight.
Or you sneak in, not
Oh
do
wait,
that?
that's what you mean? I thought you meant
Yeah.
the distraction.
No.
No, you are.
Oh.
What is wrong with you?
Hey, you didn't clarify.
No,
This,
no,
that
no.
was like
It's pretty good.
Plan B of
Yes,
this
I
situation.
thought that was Plan B too.
Later tonight.
Yeah, just sit and enjoy.
It's another
Okay,
great plan.
I'm cool with that. I just thought Plan B of the current situation was the fist fight.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea. And then we're really known by them.
Just relax, man. Calm
I'm
down.
very
It's
relaxed.
some culture.
Okay?
Gesture to the
honestly.
stage.
I want to put forward.
I don't
yeah,
really
the
like this
fighting
culture.
plan.
I'm gonna be real.
What do you mean? It's great.
It's
This is a very riveting story.
And afterwards, I'll give everyone their stuff back.
All right, we'll
I
swap
like
armor.
it.
We'll swap armor back.
Yeah.
yeah. I will mark the cape back onto the party sheet.
All right, so the play will finish up. People begin to leave. Are you going with them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do what I did last time and mill around for a few minutes and just try to listen to
go.
any conversations.
You'll probably pick up. I'm just gonna say, a lot of the same conversations. Nothing really new. But you will notice that rather than last time when the man, excuse me, sorry, I belched there for a second. Good old Gorebeard was kind of in the back. He's actually like making effort to like make sure everybody's leaving at this point in time. Like, come on, clear out. More shows tomorrow. Come on, get out of here.
I'm going to ask if we can see how much a private show.
I'm gonna walk up to Chester as he's like being nonchalant.
Okay,
I'm gonna go, hey kid, do you plan on loafing around?
just not feeling well.
I'm gonna
Take it
lean in real close.
outside.
I'm gonna go, hey, if you make a break for it, I can make you invisible for like 66 seconds. Enough for you to go hide somewhere.
This feels like a bad.
No, I don't think this is a good idea when he's actively watching everyone.
Trust me, he'll never know that I'm casting it. I promise.
Bro,
I'm really good at
For a 22 intelligence wizard, this is pretty
right.
low wisdom.
So I,
Uh-huh.
Misty,
Uh-huh.
Leave like I'm fucking.
Yeah,
supposed
I'm
to.
gonna just head to the door
Okay.
and walk out.
No. I will ask on the way out if there's a time for business inquiry.
He's gonna be like he's gonna kind of motion for you to be the side for a second. As you kind of like you see like he's very visible with his like emotions when he doesn't seem to be on play. He's kind of like rolls his eyes a bit of what kind of business inquiries. If you're talking about being a patron of the arts, I can get a Zyana. What the hell do you want? Look.
Interested in maybe having like renting out the place for our crew to come in and watch, paying for everything for a night.
Like a private show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
okay.
wait here. I'll get a Zyana. Look, honestly, I'm gonna say probably not, but you know, she's all in charge of the business side of things.
Yeah, no problem. I can wait here. Don't worry about it.
You know,
Hey! He's gonna point to the door person, who's actually, unlike the last one, stayed around. You! Make sure they don't fuck around with any of the stage stuff or anything. No souvenirs. Sure, an extra gold in it for you. He's gonna wander back, the back room, and the diva, Zyana, will come out and be like, hello. You were talking about possible private shows or patronage or something?
Yes. I have quite a sizable crew, and I've been enjoying your performances, and I figured I might decide to treat the crew to maybe a private performance if I could rent out the place for a night. I was wondering how much you think that would charge us.
Normally we don't give on such extra shows, but then again, it hasn't been suggested since we've been here. Most of the time, the public and most sailors just enjoy joining our shows. But enough extra money certainly would help to continue to build up this place and fill our coffers, nonetheless. I could consider an extra show, certainly. It's not impossible. I always do like putting on another performance, and as my fellows are usually a little tired at this time of night, I'm sure I can convince them to put on an extra show. Probably tonight wouldn't be great because we wouldn't plan for it. We could plan for something a little later in the week.
Of course, so whatever would work out best for you. How much do you think you would charge for this?
Well, normally we get a few hundred gold at least per show, depending on the crowd and time of day, up to perhaps maybe 500. I would want to charge something that would be a little bit more appropriate. If you're just private show and crew, have us 1,000 gold.
It's not bad, honestly.
I gotta negotiate, obviously. Could we go down a little bit to 900?
Give me... I think that's a diplomacy check for Haggard?
It would be diplomacy. Yeah.
Bartering is diplomacy.
Mm-hmm.
You can technically substitute praise, but only in certain situations.
I could probably push 900. That does sound fairly reasonable. You didn't drop it that much, so that actually is pretty good.
No.
Honestly,
I'm
she's probably highballing you.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. And I'm trying to actually come across as kind of like conciliatory in it, right? I'm being like not too aggressive in the push. I want to seem friendly with it, right? So that's kind of.
I think I could handle 900 if that's what you want to charge. If that's what you're willing to pay for a private show. Is there any particular play you like, or I don't recognize most of you. Haven't seen you around here.
We're in town for a little bit, We're up and comers in the Shackled. Recently promoted to the council.
Misty, just a question. Which house were you involved with? Do you know?
I was from West Crown, specifically.
Okay.
I don't know which house. I think directly with the Church of Asmodeus is what the Inquisition works for.
Yeah, but you might have had connections with a house still.
Yeah, I don't know all the Chelish houses off the top of my head.
Let me just check just to make sure about information. Because it might be important. Okay. West Crown was the former capital of Cheliax. Until House Thrune ascended to the throne.
Yeah. And
the capital was moved to Aragorian. Okay. So... it would be probably minor houses were basically charged. So it probably would be... You were right that probably you would have dealt with some of the minor houses. The Lord Mayor...
Yeah.
The Lord Mayor is House Aravansi. Aravansi.
Yeah.
So honestly, Aravansi would probably who you deal with most because those would be the house that was in charge of.
I remember their house that was in like severe decline.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah, it was put in charge by the queen herself.
Yeah,
and basically that's what's kept them. Okay, So, she'll say, it's interesting to see someone else that might perhaps be in exile from Argzente's influence.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting to see many in this area.
Granted, it was merely for a few years that we patronized, as the house is known for its love of Cheliax opera.
There's a lot I do share. I quite enjoyed the performances.
It is very interesting to see one such as yourself here. As much as we've overheard the various rumors about town, certainly I'm sure yourself would be a source of many more dangerous rumors.
Most likely.
Well, at least you do seem to be a patron of Chelaxian arts.
I will. I'm assuming I would maybe know the name of the opera X, or I could roll something to try and know that.
Like the opera group?
The one that we have.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna name drop that.
Okay.
Be like, oh, that's blah 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 is one I'm quite fond of.
Then perhaps you can convince your captain of having us perform our version of that. You may have noticed that we take the classics and reinvent them into new and better versions of themselves. A skill and love that is especially mine.
It's a very marvelous skill. You've done quite well.
Well, perhaps if things had gone different, I may have found myself in the Grand Opera House of Agorian. Perhaps.
So, do we have a deal? 900 and we'll be back in a couple nights?
Do you have the money now?
Yes.
Then perhaps we should at least keep this civil. I should form up some kind of contract.
That sounds amenable.
Sad sense motive.
Okay. You sense nothing from this lady. The emotions
She
that
sounds honest.
she sounds
like a good
incredibly
businesswoman,
honest.
not from a weird empire.
I'm gonna roll one. That's not. I'm rolling so bad today.
Shouldn't have
Damn.
laughed.
I mean, the
That's
thing
a
is,
one,
there
dude.
is
I rolled a 2.
there is at least something that you can pick up from her voice.
Yeah.
She seems something about your presence has affected her.
Yeah, who would have
I
thought?
wonder why.
She probably knows you're a spy killer.
Possibly because I've done a lot of terrible things in challenge.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
But,
she would, and as she said, she did spend some time in West Crown.
Yep, people. Hey, it's almost like every cellist person we've met has recognized me in the things I've done.
It's almost as if you're
It's
infamous
almost like
in
I've
cellist.
committed some form of national level treason against a very powerful church.
I mean, also probably House.
Also, yeah,
probably has like a.
Yes.
Basically, the royal house has probably like a something on your head, because
Probably. Yeah, I'm not a very liked person, if you couldn't tell.
Hey, we don't judge.
Anyway,
We all hate Kellis here.
They've murdered the head of the church.
Is everyone cool with putting in equal shares on this 900?
Yeah, I'll toss some money in.
Okay.
Got that money.
If everyone cool with
How
paying
much?
900 divided by everyone can pay 180.
Sure.
Oh, it's so steep for my. Yeah, it's fine.
If everyone pays 180, that's 900. And
Yeah, I'll throw one.
well, listen, I invented Plan C out of my ass, boys. Let's
Hey,
go.
those are the best plans.
Dude, it was like, wait, why don't I just like try to rent the place out?
Yeah.
It was great. I'm proud of myself.
Well, also
bribery, baby.
Yeah, it was not even bribery.
Yeah,
This
like-
seems like pretty legit that we just like we
this
came
is a
here,
pretty
like,
legitimate deal. Yeah.
like we just became like influential people. We're stopping by this place and we want to treat the crew.
What's our plan now?
We'll discuss that at some point.
Yeah,
A couple of days to figure that one out.
but now we'll have a crew of people that can help us get someone hidden or do stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because our whole crew is going to be on our side.
Yeah.
We'll plan.
So, let me just check some things here.
God.
Okay.
This is a great plan.
Yeah.
21 makes me so sad.
I will.
Today's been a bad session for roll.
Makes me so sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We should hold off any plans till like next week. Get a new seed.
It's kind of funny though.
we keep rolling twos.
So, she will come back with a contract to sign with you, Revia. She's assuming you're the captain because you haven't said anything different.
You're basically the captain.
I'm like the officiator.
Yeah. She will thank you profusely. Thank you for the patronage of our group. It'll be wonderful to have you come by. We'll have to make some great plans for it. Two nights' time, then? Will that be an appropriate time? Will you still be in port?
Yes. We can be in port in 2 days.
Excellent. And perhaps she's going to turn over to you, Myste. Okay, so Myste, you're not going to have to make a check for this, but everybody else that wants to see, she's going to actually take your hand and kind of saying it's great to have someone else that is a lover of the arts. She slipped a paper in your hand.
Oh. Fair enough. I will pocket the paper.
Mm-hmm. If anybody wants to see that, you can make a perception check.
What are these rolls?
I actually
Jesus.
walked out just because I don't want to be
Yeah.
causing any more trouble.
You don't notice at Revia, so I will tell you.
My God, guys! Please
Chester.
refresh roll 20.
I
rolled
rolled
a
her.
10.
I rolled her sleight of hand. It's more than the 18. So
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, Missy will just tell us.
yeah.
So.
Will I though? Maybe I'll betray you all.
Oh, true.
So you can all head out.
I never considered that.
If you check it later, it is arrangement for later on tonight to meet with her.
Okay. For just me
Alone.
or
Yes.
Okay, that's sus. I will tell. Right. Okay. We'll get back to the ship.
You're gonna fuck.
I will bring all of you into the emergency meeting room, aka Yaalkol's room.
I just want to point
I'm
Feeding
slamming the emergency meeting button.
It's good as feeding time. I throw a whole chicken leg in there.
Right. I put the piece of paper on the table. She wants to meet with me specifically.
Okay, if she hits on
What?
At the theater, she wants to meet you at the theater, correct?
Not the theater. It's a location
Wherever-
away from, it's a location in town, pretty probably in the docks district, but far away from the theater.
She wants to meet with me.
Well,
I assume she knows who you are.
Well, when you kill the head of a church or a very powerful leader, yes, most people who are from Cheliax will know who I am.
Well, wait, you killed the head of a church?
Not the full head, but a pretty important one.
Badass.
That's pretty cool.
I may have burned it down too.
Oh,
That's even. Yeah.
why didn't you tell us about this earlier?
Well,
so
it's
much
not
respect.
something I'm really proud of.
Oh,
You actually belong on this
No.
script. You should be proud of it. That's so badass.
It kind of ruined my entire life.
chill, Yaalkol.
I
Yeah,
don't know,
but-
I think your life is pretty cool.
Yeah, I say look how much better your life is now.
Well, I am a kind of more of a person again, and not,
Okay, but back to the thing I had.
regardless.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't
wants to
recommend you
meet with
going
me.
by yourself.
Let her go. Let's go quickly. Try to scout the place out. If we can get on a building nearby and hide out and watch and be at a close distance to send aid.
I'd bring Chester with you. No offense, Chester, but you look pretty shady.
Chester does not look shady.
No, actually, I
Look
don't.
at that mustache.
He looks like
Look at
probably
that
the
mustache.
least shady person in the party.
He looks like the most honest person here, and that includes you, Jacob. You look like a wizard.
You look
How
more
dare
shady, Jacob.
Okay, I look like a. Yeah, okay.
You're a wizard. Okay, you're inherently shady.
That's true.
That's classist. I will not stand for it.
I can disguise myself. We're the same
right,
economic
power
class,
of the
Jacob. Okay, I don't know if you're getting on about
Yeah,
classism.
the power of the people. Power of the people.
That caught me so off guard.
The freaking captain's chanting this.
I could disguise myself to look like an aide that's joining you.
It said alone.
That's fair. Well, I could just be nearby. It's like I'm smoking a cigarette.
What would you feel safe doing, Miss?
I'm fine with putting myself at risk.
If you're
I have
willing
means
go
to
in.
escape.
We should have a signal to represent if like we need to come in like hard.
I
Yeah,
doubt
'cause what-
she would risk anything.
What
In
if
the
she
middle.
is a Cheliax spy and she's just trying to get rid of you?
Assassinate you.
It's probably not going to be a very easy task.
No,
Also,
because you're badass.
Wouldn't it make more sense to do it like when all of her friends are around?
I can think of many better ways to kill someone than in an alleyway.
It's like
In the
on
docks.
a dock somewhere. Like
Yes.
it's not even like an alleyway. It's in the waterfront on a dock
I
that
can think
okay,
of
it's
many
probably
hear me
better
out.
ways
currently
to kill
not
someone.
occupied, like an unoccupied.
Hear me
dock.
out. I sit under the water of the dock.
Well, I can just go alone. It's fine.
Are you? Wait, are you? No. Are you sure?
Okay, I can make one of these guys into a tiny beast-like thing. By beast,
Okay,
I mean-
Jacob, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Okay, oh no, I mean entirely like a small dog or a cat or a bigger cat.
Can you end it on like? I mean, that sounds like how would I do anything over the cat?
I don't know. At least you
I have little cat hands. The cat hands can hold the sword.
check on
I
my
don't think
cat.
fucking cat hands can hold the sword.
If Misty thinks that they can go alone, then they go
I'm
alone.
just asking you to trust me for once.
I always trust you. If you think
That's
if you want to
true.
do it
You
alone,
do often trust me when I tell you to do things.
well, I never do things you tell me to do unless
No,
I
you
think it's a
don't.
smart idea. But take this, and I flip you a fan feather token.
All right. What does this do?
I believe you can activate it and it'll send a message. So if you need help, we can at
Perhaps-
least be informed.
Perhaps wait nearby.
Oh, that's what I was saying in the first place.
But not
Y'all
too
cool.
close, you know.
We're back to what we were saying. Just be nearby.
If I'm going to use this and something does go... I mean, I have other means of escape. I can turn into a flock of butterflies and just leave.
That's true. But if they fight you, we want to be there to just capture them, kill them.
I don't know why they would go to such lengths.
We'll wait like a little ways down the road.
We're
That
like a
way-
minute away.
That way, we're nowhere near that anybody's gonna spot us. But if there's trouble, we're not far.
You got seeming today, Jacob?
I can cast it again. Yeah.
It would this is a time to use it. We would look like a bunch of just dumb sailors.
You already look like that.
I don't look like a dumb sailor. I look like a sorry.
Okay.
That's fighting words.
Okay,
Like a
if it
very
helps-
pokey stick.
I'm not a good sailor, so you're not wrong.
Anyway, we could look like, normal sailors and be close but not next to you,
You have a head of disguise. You can just look like a normal sailor.
Yeah, I'm talking about for the other people, Jacob. Jacob, it's not just me.
I'm fucking dying, dude. Right, so... What?
Okay. All right.
I'm... You figure out your plan, okay? And
Good luck.
I'm gonna go.
We'll be behind you. in,
And then when
like,
the time comes, I'll go to the meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
And I guess
Whatever
we'll
these
be
chuckle
in the-
fucks are doing.
we'll be in the area, but like seeming
okay.
disguised.
Okay.
Because this is This is the second day, right? The first day we went to the first show and then got drunk and then came back the second day, right?
Oh no, you
No,
the
this
same
was
day.
all the same day.
This is the same
You're
day.
still
You're still
Yaalkol
drunk.
has been a little drunk the entire time,
Yeah.
but like it's hard to get Yaalkol drunk, so it's only a
He's
little.
got
He's had a
got
buzz.
strong
He
liver on
he needs
him.
to kill something.
he's like he's kind of angry, disgruntled, and he's kind of just like, "Why am I hiding?" I feel like. Anyway.
Why hide when hammers do talking?
Anyway, so it'll be kind of like a dock that is currently not in use. It looks to be an area that perhaps local vessel kind of comes into, as there's kind of like some old crates, barrels, fishing nets, traps, and stuff like that, all left across the place. And there is a cloaked figure at the end of the docks.
Ooh, edgy. Mm-hmm. I will go to the docks. I'm going to look around, actually, and see, is there anyone else here besides this person? I can't wait to roll really low.
It's been everybody's tradition today.
Yeah. I'll take it. I'll take a 29.
You don't see
It's still not
else.
great.
It's like late at night. There's probably a little bit of like evening mist kind of coming in from the water, but even so, it's quiet and like you don't see any signs of anybody else. There's some people like around, but no one that seems to be involved in whatever you're doing. Like kind of farther along, like the docks and the waterfront, doing various business or walking around. You know.
Okay. I will go and approach the figure.
Thank you for meeting with me, Great Inquisitor.
Of course.
Or should I say former Great Inquisitor?
Former would be more appropriate.
It takes a lot of bravery to defy checks.
Yes. Or stupidity. I'm full of both.
Well, certainly, I've seen my share of influence from cherubs throughout my life. But repeatedly in my life, I was also scorned. I now find myself in this pleasant town, a pirate city, filled with ruffians and drunkards and folks that truly don't appreciate my art.
It certainly is a different life than the one back home.
Yes. And as I said, my talent was once enough to perhaps give me a role in the Grand Opera House. But fate would change that. And that is perhaps where you come in. An opportunity for me. I need you to kill me.
Oh.
But she has her money.
Why?
Well, I'm sure the name Thrun means something to you.
Unfortunately.
Let's just say that my current service has drawn me that direction and forced me on a path that leads me away from art. I originally chose a path. You see, did Aranax speak to you? Is that why you're here?
Yes.
Well, then perhaps if I'm going to reveal my plan, I should reveal what I am here for. I'm no spy. I never will be. If Aranax believes that we are, no. But me and my associates do have a skill. I'm sure you've seen it in town. Heard the words.
Yes. Very interesting words.
A few rumors here and there, a few words, a few things spread around. And eventually the enemies of House Thun are fighting themselves. Well, I'm realist. And seeing you here has had me change my plans. You're very dangerous.
I've been told that.
Nightshade recognized you.
Mm-hmm.
She's my other half, really. I was surprised someone like you was here. Originally, I would have just finished my job, headed home, and hoped that finally I would be allowed my recognition, that my contract would be over. But honestly, deep in my heart, I knew that I would never be done. Because we're good at what we do. So, I need to die.
When?
Well, perhaps the sooner the better. If Aswana is dead, then whoever I may be next can go. I wish not to betray my contract. The words I gave. But I am a realist in knowing when changes is needed. And perhaps something a little bit more drastic. Perhaps it's Nightshade's influence. So, and if Aranex needs a target, as much as I enjoy Trench's company, he's not one that would come along with this plan. I can convince Nightshade. She'll listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of the few that find her beautiful. There's a reason she doesn't show herself to the audience. They wouldn't understand.
And who is Nightshade exactly?
Our spellcaster.
Hmm.
Perhaps you would understand that she has Erdofham blood in her.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that part?
Erdofham blood.
Do I know what that means?
Knowledge religion?
Damn. Oh my garbage.
Let me check if you would know that. You
Hot
might
garbage rolls tonight, man.
Yeah.
It's been a cursed week for me.
You might still know what that is. Let me just check.
This is not the outcome I was expecting.
You do know what an Erdofham is. It's a daemon.
Ah, okay.
Unlucky.
Those things are not
She's a
pretty
tiefling,
ones.
basically.
Yeah. Erdofan are known for particularly having transparent skin.
Yeah, they're not the pretty ones.
Yeah. So I can actually show you a picture of this nice lady, now that you know of her existence. She's a very nice lady. That's a nice spellcaster.
Mm-hmm.
And look.
And it's a tiefling that's like fucked up because of their blood, or is that like right?
Yes, because of the daemons that she's from have transparent skin. She has transparent skin.
Honestly, not the worst.
Yeah.
That's still horrifying.
You do great at Halloween parties.
Yeah.
Right?
True? Halloween doesn't...
Halloween might exist on this plane.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's probably bad luck. You know, because she's transparent and all.
Fair. Okay. I am familiar with such a thing, yes.
There might be an opportunity for a new diva, and perhaps a friend of hers, to arrive in perhaps Karkau. It's not quite as grandiose. And I will miss Schlaxian opera. But I do hear the Ustalavian opera is pretty fine. You're assuming that that's a... If you don't know... Roll local. You might know that. Roll local. That's...
Let's see.
Okay. That is actually the largest opera house in the world, and it's in Ustalav.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I would know of Ustalav. It's
so, yes. We're kind of at midnight. So she's basically propositioned with you... I'm going to give you one of my teammates. Have basically me and my tiefling girlfriend be dead so we can run away to, like, another opera house and become famous somewhere else. Because she works for the queen as a basically sower of lies. Not a spy. Fair. She's a propagandist.
Ah, that's not much better. Okay, interesting. I was not expecting this.
Honestly, there is a very good chance of fighting these people, but when you approach them, because I made the knowledge check earlier, there's this thing that's in her information about it that she's bitter about her role as troop leader because she's not in the opera house. So
that's fair.
Yeah, I'm like, honestly, she's bitter about this. If you talk to her and being that they recognized you, she'd be kind of probably willing to make a deal on this one.
All right, yeah, I will accept the deal.
Yeah. It can be your option to fight Gorebeard or not. They probably could like trick him to someplace where you could just capture him very easily.
Yeah.
He is a crazy fighter man. They're all three shades of evil. I'm going to tell you that. He's the chaotic one.
I'm about to say, is he the chaotic one?
Yeah.
With a name like that, you can only be one alignment.
Well, that's the thing is like. That's why Asiana's got to be there to try to keep those like when they grab a couple people from the audience for him to fight, she's got to keep them alive.
He will just murder them.
He will just murder them.
Right. I'm also not going to tell the party about this.
Okay.
Just for the extra chaos.
Mm-hmm. So you will arrange basically an assassination of the two of them, which you'll have to figure that out. And then Gorebeard gets captured and sent to Aranax for probably horrible public execution. Will be
yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah,
with a name like Gorebeard,
which will certainly have be known that he was captured. Perhaps head back to the House of Thune and that his two associates were killed. So you're gonna have to convince Aranax that they're dead, I guess too. But
I mean, he just wanted us to resolve the issue.
Propagandist, he would probably like to capture and kill, honestly. That's like, again, it's not much better than spies, it's slightly better than spies.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, if we resolve his problem...
It's their people that are specifically sent into an area to
stir shit.
To stir up shit. Yeah. And the only other thing she will inform you is, she will not be able to deal with the guardian of the theater. You might have to fight that.
Okay.
Because Nightshade summoned it. But it is a devil she summoned to watch over the theater. Which means... actually, no, you might be able to kill it because it's planar binding. I think planar binding kills it.
Planar binding would possibly kill it.
Yeah. Well, she probably want it dead and not sent back to hell, where information could spread that way, probably. So, yeah, there's a barbed devil in her, and that's invisible in the rafters, watching the entire time.
Yes, I will dead form the party.
I will let you know, Joe, when you rolled your check, the barbed devil also saw you went over there.
I was.
Yeah, but you said that. I'm like, probably the barbed devil saw me.
I was very tempted to do the invisibility in there.
Yeah, it's got a ring of invisibility that it gave it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he's gonna go on a quest to Mordor.
He's gonna
probably die.
But, that you'll probably have to deal with, but depends on the plan. You might have to deal with it separately or together. So that'll be next time, is figuring out how to fake the death of two people, capture a third, and murder a devil. This actually became much more fun, actually, honestly, than the... Because if you guys snuck in and the Barb Devil saw you, you just get into a fight.
This is much better.
Yeah.
This is much more interesting.
Yeah.
Hey. Spontaneous plans, boys.
I already have some ideas.
Yeah. Because honestly...
I can purge invisibility. So
the Barb Devil has plus 21 perception.
Makes sense.
It's very good at seeing things. It doesn't have true seeing, though. I did look at that up. But I was, like, looking and I'm like, honestly, it's a very good chance of seeing you when you're doing stuff still.
Yeah.
Or noticing things even with the invisibility. Anyway, we'll end it here. That was fun. I like how, again, I like how this went a little bit. You know, you could have still ended up at that combat, and you didn't. Went an interesting direction. So.
You know, the decision to try to, like, hire this place out turned this event around. Because we were literally just about to go walk in there and fight.
Honestly, a lot of your plans would have resulted in walking in there and fighting. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even if we would have snuck in, there was a Guardian.
Yeah.
Like, again, recognizing Myste means nothing until you talk to them.
Yeah.
You know, that was the trigger. When you're like, let's hire you out for a private show. I'm like, this is a great idea. You know, this opens up opportunities you didn't have. Hey, let's give some shout-outs as we end for today. Erik, do you have anything?
No, sir. I had a good time. Shout out to you.
Yeah. Henry.
No, I don't have much to say, but thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Here, right before we continue these things, I do want to show off. Let's throw it over here. Hi. That's what a Barb Devil looks like in Pathfinder.
Yeah, they look really weird in Pathfinder.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That's badass, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah. They are. That's the thing is, you could have gotten to a fight with the Barb Devil and the three of them, which would have been a tough fight.
A really dark, really hard fight.
Because it's a bard, I think, what is she? Let me just check. Lady Nightshade is a illusionist.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Fighting a bard would be rough.
And a barbarian. A barbarian, a illusionist, and a summoner illusionist.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. So she
Walk
summons
into a bar.
and a bard. Yeah.
They should have ducked down a little lower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of good because I don't think I have invisibility purge prep today, and that would have been bad.
Yeah.
That would not have been great.
Honestly, the thing is, like, Isyana's strategy during combat is to dominate the toughest looking guy and just have
We would
them...
have to kill Yaalkol.
Well, no, just have them strip out of their armor and stand in a corner.
minute.
Because if they make them fight their friends, they get a save. So just strip
true.
your armor, stand in a corner.
That would take several minutes.
That would take a long ass time.
But that'll be Yaalkol doing that while everybody else is fighting. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just dispel magic, Yaalkol, right?
Mm-hmm.
Please don't.
That's why I always have dispel magic.
Yeah. I mean, the good news
Oh, I
is...
do have
Just for you.
actually.
Ooh. She is actually
I'm always
the Chelish Diva subclass of Bard.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I do like all their builds, but I'm also fine with, like, you know, not fighting most of them because it's a lot easier. Anyway, Momo, we were on to you, shouting out stuff.
Yeah, you can catch me on Discussing Tabletop, where I complain about various things all the time, because I'm old.
Mm-hmm. Sal.
I don't got much going on. One of my final grades just got posted, so I got 2 A's this semester so far. So let's go, big
Awesome.
W's.
Shout out to Dell's college education.
Let's go.
Shout out to higher education.
Yeah.
Education. And Joe, do you have anything to shout out? Okay, yeah, cut off there. But that's probably...
Discord doesn't like it when you do that.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Good work, Discord. Anyway, yes, myself, 10th Star of Dracovin. You find me here most days during the week. Hey, definitely on the schedule. I've finished up mostly Parasite Eve 1 for our Christmas games. I'm going to do Parasite Eve 2 now. I will still beat the Chrysler building because I want to do that on stream at least once.
I'm sorry. Good luck, dude.
I went through 10 floors, and in like 40 minutes. It wasn't too bad. I'm thinking of maybe like after Friday, like Monday and next Friday, before I do Parasite Eve 2, doing 10 floors of it just to make it like spread out a little bit. Because honestly, it's one of those things is I do want to show it off and like do it, but it's also like it's a once and you're done thing.
There's a lot of floors.
There's 70 floors you have to actually go through.
Technically 77.
Yeah, well, the last 7 are just like they're not anything. You like wander up and down floors until you get to the.
Because you fight the true
boss.
Eve.
Yeah. So I did it once years ago, so I've done it before. But also, like, I remember, like, some of the bosses on the thing are just bullshitty, so I'm going to level up to 99 before I take care of them, because then I just will not have to worry about, oh, wait, I'm a freaking cockroach that keeps spawning more cockroaches that are all boss level. Ugh. Yeah. Or Bee Swarm, the Bee Queen. Anyway, but Piracy 2 would be fun. If I have some little extra time and I manage to like kind of arrange it tomorrow, I might do a little bit more Wrath Righteous, because honestly I want to try to finish that up. Chapter 5, not that bad. You know, it's just it's got to that point of the where Kingmaker was, in my opinion, before the ending, where I would have been like, I hated the ending of Kingmaker, but honestly, if that ending wasn't there, I would have had a positive thing at the end of Kingmaker, with all of its flaws in my eyes. You know? And I'm kind of at that way, except I hated Chapter 4. Not because it was a bad chapter, because it did not fit, in my opinion. But hey, I've done it. I'm in Chapter 5. I'm having an okay time. I'm going to try to maybe squeeze some extra time of finishing that up. So I cannot have that going for another, like, 2 months, because honestly, yeah. Anyway, and that's the schedule for now. Next week we'll be back, where you'll try to arrange the fake deaths of 2 people.
Assassination in quotations.
Assassination of 2 people, the murder of a devil, and the arrest and probable horrible public execution of a man.
Man, that's fine.
Yeah. Honestly, you know, he's probably the worst out of all of them.
The devil probably not the biggest problem.
Yeah. I think
chaotic evil is usually the worst evil.
Yeah, he's very he's kind of like a murdery man. He does like to act though, but yeah, he's kind of like a weird both sadist and masochist. Because he likes to not only kill people horribly, he likes to also, like, during his acting performance, let himself get beat up a lot too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I ain't judging.
I am.
He's kind of.
It's my job as an Inquisitor to judge.
Yeah. So.
Hey.
Maybe next week and discuss Tabletop Saturday. Check it out. I think that's it. I think we've shouted out everything. Everybody have a great rest of your Wednesday if it's still Wednesday from you, or have a great Thursday if it's Thursday for you, because it's just hit Thursday for a bunch of us here. So. Anyway, until the next time, farewell, everybody. Have a good one.
Oh.